Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dr. Robinson again, and we're going to continue our studies. We are talking about proportional relationships with graphs, this time part two. I felt the need to continue this series and do a little bit more with it and try to get down to the crux of the matter with the graphs. So this is part two. Last time we talked in part one, students decide whether the two quantities are proportional to each other by graphing on a coordinate plane, observing whether the graph is a straight line. That's important to know because sometimes you will have a straight line when you graph, or sometimes they're not going to be showing you a straight line and you have to figure it out on your own. What is the proportional relationship? But it does go through the origin. And remember, the origin is the point 0, 0. Every proportional relationship must include the origin, and it's the proportional relationships are represented by the equation in the form of y equal kx, k being the constant of proportionality. Hopefully you'll remember that formula, and we have another video about that, and I'll be doing another part to that soon. Directly proportional relationship is linear. It's a linear relationship. That means it's a line. So it's a straight line. When graph, if you notice the word linear, the first four letters is spelled line. So we're looking at lines, and they have to be straight in order to be proportional related. The variables, we should know the y-coordinate is the dependent variable. It's the output of the function. Note the y value depends on the x value, whereas the x value is the independent variable. It's the input value of the function. It's independent of the y value. So here are the steps to find the COP. COP stands for constant of proportionality. First step is to go to the x-axis and locate the number 1. Remember, the x-axis is a horizontal line that goes straight across from left to right. If you look, you got your numbers on there, 0, 1, 2. Your job is to find the number 1. That's the first step. Once you find that, you're going to go up to the line with the point on it. So here's the 1. Now we're going to go up to that slanted line, and there's a point right there. We're going to stop right there at that point, and then we're going to go to the y-axis, step 3. From that point, the y-axis is the vertical line that goes straight up and down. I have it colored in here, highlighted in yellow. And we're going to look for the COP going straight to the left of that point. And that'll be where the constant of proportionality is. All right, so that's all you have to do, those 3 steps. So let's practice. So if you don't understand, rewatch the steps again, write them down. It will help you out. So here's our first question. So let's make this a little bit bigger. Okay. If shortcut to finding the constant of proportionality, by the way, there is a nice shortcut that we went over in the video previously we made about COP. So you might want to utilize this formulas. K equals y over x, where K stands for constant of proportionality. X and y are coordinates, and remember, it's the y value over the x value in your coordinate. Here we have 2 points, as I mentioned. Sometimes you don't have a line. Sometimes you have points sitting out there on your coordinate plane, and they're asking you to find the constant of proportionality. Well, that's easy. It's the y value over the x value. And if you remember, we put 10 on the top in this case for point R, and the 2 on the bottom. That'll give us a constant of proportionality, or a k value of 5 for that point. Now, if these 2 points are proportional, I should get the same k value or constant of proportionality for point Q, and point Q is 630. So let's take a look. I'll put 30, which is the y value, over the x value, which is 6. 30 divided by 6 is also 5. So I notice both values of constant of proportionality are the same, so the constant of proportionality is 5. So I don't have to depend on finding the number 1 per se, and then looking up to the left to locate that point, because if you notice in this diagram, there was no number 1. So you had to utilize the formula. So sometimes you may have to utilize the formula, and I notice they're getting away from the actual showing of the number one, but you'll have to make sure you know that formula. Okay, so let's go to a practice problem, and the graph shows the growth of a plant. Find the growth rate in inches per week. Okay, so here's our plant growth title, and on the x-axis is where we're going to find the time. That's our independent variable, and we're looking for the number one. Now I found the number one right there. I'm going to go up to the dot on the line. That's step two. And now I'm going to turn left and go to the y-axis right here, which is the height in inches. And over here it says 2/3. So I'm going to type in here, the growth rate of the plant is 2/3 inches per week. So that'll be my answer, 2/3. And there you go, 2/3 inches per week. All right, here's one for you to try, but before we try it, let's get our calculator involved, because I mentioned you can use the formula. So let me get a pen tool for a second. So let me get my pen. Let me get my pen out of there and select the nice color. If I can get a color. And turn off this marker. Get my pen tool. Okay. All right. Let's use this color. I'm going to use this point right here, because I said the answer is 2/3 because I went up and over. So there is my answer, 2/3. But I want to show you by using the calculator, because here's my y value. Remember, by using the formula, k equals y over x. So I'll use the y value, which is 1 1/3. Divide that by 2. So let me get my calculator to help me out. So bear with me for 1 second. All right, here's my calculator. So I'm going to type 1 1/3. So 1, move over, 1, move down, third, move over, divided by 2. And I should get 2/3 because that's the constant of proportionality. And there it is, 2/3, like we said. So 2/3. And let me bring that out, by the way, so I can show you guys what I typed in. So I got my 2/3 right there. So you can use your calculator to use the formula to help you find the constant of proportionality, or you can find the one, go up and go to the left, and you're done. So those are the two ways I recommend doing it. Here's one for you. See if you can do it. Find the constant of proportionality. I see the number one down there, so that's one you can try. I hope you understand what's going on. If you're not sure, rewatch the video, write down your questions, and bring them in, and I'll be glad to answer them. And here's one more question for you. Try to find the unit rate, or the growth of the rate of this plant per inches. We did one just similar to it, so hopefully you'll have success. So I hope the lesson was easy for you. So don't forget to watch us on YouTube. Dan Robinson is my channel name, and good luck to you. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.